Hi everybody, RetroYuuki here once again giving you guys a tutorial for VRChat on the desktop and for those of you on Quest or headset version. I do these tutorials for you guys to help you out get learning how to use VRChat. And today we're going to be taking a look at the user interface. If you guys like what you're about to learn, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and enable your notifications as we get ready for 1,000 subs. And if you guys would like to support the channel financially, check out the Patreon below in the description. Also, starting tomorrow, we're going to have our new adventure on Twitch, RetroYuuki VR. So make sure you guys check that out on Twitch. Link will be in the description below as well. So today we're going to take a look at learning how to use the user interface of VRChat. And as you guys can see, the HUD screen is usually the microphone button. As you guys can see, it is flashing. So to use the microphone, it's usually hold the letter V on your keypad, on your keyboard, or if you have the headset, use the microphone button indicated when prompted to. So how do we use the user interface? If you are using a keyboard to pull up the menu and all that cool stuff, press the escape button, and you have two versions of the menu. You have this version, the launch pad, let's just quick links and quick actions, and we'll talk about all this and when we talk about each one in depth. Then you have the main menu. If you click on this expansion button, and this is what you're going to see. So how does this work? So we have a few options for you. They have a few options for you to play, and we have VRC Plus, which is VRChat Plus, the subscription service which allows you to add more favorite avatars. We'll talk about avatars later. World is where you can select a world for you to play in. For example, we have the Minecraft world we are in right now, so you guys can check that out. Avatars is where we take a look at avatars for characters like that. I'll talk about avatars in depth in their own tutorial. Social is where you can make friends and have some fun with it. Ignore the status because this is incorrect. That is from my other one. I just want to show you how to use it. We are not having a VRChat open lobby with this account because this account is for tutorials only. But I will have a VRChat open lobby with my main one. Then we have settings. I'll talk about each setting in their own tutorial, but these are the settings for like VRChat in general. We'll talk about each one later on. We also have safety. We also have the safety tab, which shows us how much of VRChat are we going to see based on the type of user we are. For example, we can be a visitor, new user, known user, trusted user, and friends, and each one has their own customized toggles for each one. For example, if we use friends, everything is on. Trusted user, everything is on. Known user, everything is on except for lights and particles and shaders. This is mostly for those of you with PC. Like PC specs need to be correct. Like you have to get good custom graphics card. You have to have a good, custom graphics card and all that good stuff. User, everything is on except for audio, lights and particles and shaders. New user, everything to your left side is on. And visitor, everything to your left side is on. So make very absolute sure when you set this up, and we'll talk about that later, that each one is for a particular thing, and you have to be very careful because sometimes it will crash. VRChat is known to crash if your graphics and your thing does not match up, and it is possible that if you do some avatar changing, that it will lag. It has happened where you lag out if you change avatars. So please keep that in mind if you change avatars, that you might lag a little bit. In particular, when we have an open lobby, the more people that are in the lobby, the more chances of a lag with changing of avatars, because of the fact that you have a lot of people multiplied by X amount of people. So please keep that in mind as we continue forward. In terms of other things in the interface, when you're using it, you may have noticed that there's a little white dot in the middle. That is your recital. Again, that can be turned off or on in the settings, and we'll talk about that later. As far as like controlling your character, how to play, it's WASD spacebar to jump, hold V to activate your microphone if you have one, left click to do interactions. For example, we can press an avatar here. We'll talk about this in a moment. If you do right click, does nothing, and usually the scroll wheel does nothing at this point. So it's usually left click to select something. Interactions can be done in multiple different ways. And for example, sometimes you use the letter E to do something for a world, or sometimes when you interact with something, you press the letter E in order to do something. Okay, for this example, in the Minecraft world, we have the music volume, the sound effects, the mirror normal, mirror low, and all this good stuff. Okay, and then press E to escape that. Keep in mind that different worlds have different interactions. So for example, if we go to, for example, like a putt-putt pond, which is golfing, mini golf. So if you take a look at this, we're gonna have a little world hopping for you in this one. So it can give you guys a little look at other things you can do in VRChat. Hopefully this loads fast enough so I can give you guys a little detour. But every time you go to a new world, you are subject to loading. And I think that is obvious. You will need to load a new world, and it comes into the form of your download cache. Be careful that the download cache, C-A-S-H-E, is a big factor when you download worlds, because they're going to be junk data, and junk data is going to slow down your loading time for your worlds here. So in order to do that, we'll go talk about that in settings. But you want to go to settings, and you want to go to advanced settings, and you want to clear download cache. And once you do that, you'll need to restart VRChat in order for it to work properly, so that you can download more worlds. This also comes into play when you're trying to showcase the avatars, because some avatars are not shown by default, and you're going to be able to use settings to showcase the nameplate display. Sometimes if you do that, it will showcase the avatar. Keep in mind that avatars are different if you are playing on Quest and PC. And we'll talk about that in depth when we go into like avatars and how to see what's going on. So as soon as this world will load for us, we're going to go ahead and play some golf to show you some interactions you can do when it comes to VRChat material. Keep in mind that your basic movement in VRChat is WASD, followed by spacebar for jumping, Z and X are for crouching. In certain scenarios, hold V for your microphone. F1 to F8 is going to be your, if your avatar comes with emotes, you can go ahead and do those if you like. F12 is going to be your screenshot key. Your escape button is going to be your quick launch menu, or if you press the expansion button, that will be your main menu for VRChat. In addition, several other keys will do other stuff for you guys, so make sure you guys check out the controls by pressing the main menu and go to settings, and key bind is what you're going to be looking for when you are looking at that. So what we're about to do is mini golf. And depending on the world you are in, will include or it will include different interactions with your keyboard and character. And we're about to find out some mini golf. So if you like mini golf, this episode is for you. This tutorial is for you in a way. But we're going over the user interface, how to play, and all that good stuff. Next episode, we're gonna start to get into it, and we're gonna start talking about like settings, avatars, world, all that. We're gonna show you case what you're going to look for when you're looking for a VRChat world, who made the world, what to expect, how to use instances, and all that jazz. Because it's gonna be required for you to learn about instances if you're learning how to do VRChat for the first time. Because if you're inviting your friends over, there's a chance that you need to learn about what type of instance you want to make for you and your buddies. Because not all instances are created equal in VRChat. And we're about to load in here. So let's hop on in and play some golf. So once this world loads in, we're going to go ahead and play some golf. Now keep in mind, these are not players, these are NPCs for the most part. So for example, we're going to ahead and select a golf ball. I'm going to choose green. Then we can choose our game settings, left click, and then you can do this. And then you can interact with the menu here by using left click here as well. And you can change the number of the settings here based on what you want. I'm going to do free play here for you guys just for this tutorial. Then we're going to select a putter. And then we're going to go ahead and go here on this mat. And we're going to spawn the golf ball by pressing the golf ball green button. And we're going to use our putter here. Our putter right here. Oops, let me spawn that again. So we already selected the putter. And we are in right here. So right now the way to control this, you use E to move right or left, right. And you use Q to move left. To change the power, use the arrow keys on the left and right. And then to shoot the ball, you press your left mouse button. And as you can see, we make the ball move. Now we're going to try to put this in. I'm going to lower down the power here so that we can shoot this in. And I'm going to try to aim this ball into the hole. And then we're going to see what we got. And there you go. So if I'm correct, that should be a birdie or -1 if it's free play. And then we move on to hole number 2. And then we spawn the ball like normal. And then we keep going until we get to hole 18, which is your standard game of golf. So I'm going to show you just a few more holes and then that will be it for this tutorial. So basically it's WASD and your keyboard here. Keep in mind that different worlds actually use more of the mouse and stuff. So make sure you guys check out different worlds to play in, and there's a lot of fun to be had when playing VRChat, and I missed that one. So I'm gonna shoot it for you guys into that hole. There we go. Goodbye. And that's how golf is played here in VRChat. So if you have any questions about like interactions, controls, all that good stuff, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Shout out to our Patreons, Jimmy Dukes Gaming, the Unfortunate One, and everybody else. If you guys want to join the Patreon, check out the link in the description below. Also, check out the VRChat channel on Twitch and YouTube. Links will be in the description below as well. Our next tutorial is we're going to go ahead and take a look at worlds. We're going to take a look at worlds. In particular, we're going to be discussing what to look at when selecting a world. We're also going to go into instances and how to determine which instance type is going to be the right one for you, because each one is different based on your needs. And that's our next tutorial. Make sure you guys check that out and have fun and happy VR chatting.